Okay. I have a problem. Day in and day out, I am freaking glued to my phone. I work off of a computer screen, 3 of them. I work from home, so I'm always listening to YouTube videos, podcasts, audiobooks, music. Then I read digitally sometimes. Going to the gym, I'm listening to music or videos. Cooking dinner, I'm still using my phone. And it's not just me. Now, just at a glance from different surveys on the web, they're all saying a variety of different things, but they're all leading towards one thing in particular, in that we are spending a lot more time globally on our phones. Now, I'm a simple man. Give me a good book, some coffee, and a full belly, and I could read on the couch all freaking day.
Coffee.
Yes. Thank you, honey. My claim is I can spend all a day reading, but can I? In today's video, we're gonna find out exactly that, and we're gonna be swapping my horrendous phone time for reading over the weekend. Welcome to the video, and day 1 starts now. Michelle wants to say hi.
Hi. I have a stain on my shirt.
Go. So she just had lunch, okay? Good morning. Michelle made me porridge. She is so freaking sweet. It smells, like I keep smelling it. It smells amazing. Okay, so my screen time's warped because I also listen to videos before bed, and sometimes the video plays while I'm sleeping. Also, I'm listening to my phone all day. Okay, there's no excuses, all right? My stuff is between like 6 hours and 10 hours, all right? So today is 6 hours, dude. 6 hours and 23 minutes. So I have to read basically for like a full-time job for the entire weekend, all right? So the next 48 hours, I'm going to be reading 12 of them. Okay, let's get started.
You can never sleep in traffic, 'cause living steady panic. I know 'cause I try acid.
Okay, so we have made it. We found this cute little marketplace, but we're also surrounded by apartments, but it's also like a neighborhood. Like you could pan over here, like it's like stores and all sorts of stuff. It's very cute, and we found a cafe called Avocado Cafe. Avocado, do you hear what I just did? Avocado Cafe. I have books here. Michelle's also gonna be starting Apothecary Diaries. We've been watching it. She hasn't read it yet, so we have volumes 1 and 2 in here for her and the rest of the manga that you saw in the very beginning. So without further ado, let's get some coffee. The next title that I'm going to choose is one that you guys have been recommending me. It was also a gift from a friend who also highly recommends it. I think there's more than 1 volume out. I think it's 2 or 3 at the time of recording this video. One of you can let me know down below in the comments. That would be great. I'm gonna butcher the name. I'm gonna be so for real. I'm gonna butcher this freaking name. But it is... Gachi Akuta. Cafe's done. I'm gonna be starting here at Yasumi. We found this gorgeous spot. There's a market behind us. This is a cute little neighborhood. So I'm gonna read for a second, and then we're gonna go to the market and then continue on reading all day. we're going to be reading Hira Yasumi. This is a slice of life put out by Viz, and I've been meaning to read it for quite a while. I think there's actually more than one volume out, but I managed to pick up volume 1 over my birthday weekend. Okay, so now that we have a second, we've just ordered our tea. Let's sit down for a second. Now, I've started reading. I want to talk about what I've been reading so far. So I've started reading Hira Yasumi. This is actually so freaking good. There are elements of, well, first of all, the main character is older, all right? So he's 29, which I love. And the whole point of it is he starts to live alone. He acquires a home through a series of events that happens in the very beginning of the story. Let's not get into those spoilers. And he ends up living alone. He's sort of directionless. He has a part-time job. He's sort of learning about like himself and what love is. Even though he's interested in women, he doesn't really necessarily know what love is or how to proceed forward, which is also relatable. And he's living alone, and all of a sudden his younger cousin, I believe, just got into college, if memory serves correct, and it's an art college too. So Michelle and I were both art school students. She was legit art school as like animation and drawing and whatnot. I did music, but both art schools, right? So that's relatable, and I know that's going to be a whole bit of drama because it would not be art school without any drama, right? Especially living with your older cousin who's almost 30 and doesn't have a full-time job, that's going to be a whole barrel of worms. But already there's like a glimpse of, I don't want to say romance, but like there's a girl that he meets where he like comments on the price of like her clothing. And it was just like really cute. And there's a really cute scene when he's at work, our main character. Either way, this is very enjoyable. I think this is for someone who is a fan of slice of life, but it's just very refreshing and the art style is amazing. That's kind of what hit me right off of the bat. I'm tempted to get a milk tea, but I know it's going to be sweet, but I'm tempted.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet.
It's going to be so sweet, yeah.
Maybe you can do less sweet. I don't know. You can ask.
We can try, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that looks so good.
Banana coconut slush.
That looks delicious, dude. Do you want to get some food to take to the park?
Like food?
Like food?
I don't know if this is like park food.
Oh yeah, well, sesame balls maybe, but...
Maybe.
We'll see what they have in the marketplace. Let's get a drink here.
Yeah, let's get a drink.
Whatever you want.
That looks really refreshing, but that looks like something new, you know?
Get this. I
Okay,
feel like
I'll get
you would
this.
like that, yeah.
This is a new thing.
On the left. Look at that. Are you kidding me? Oh, the air feels so fresh out here. Look at the birds flying around and everything. Actual volleyball courts.
I'm not dressed for volleyball, babe.
No, I mean not today, right? You know, okay, look, we have shade here. I'm not crazy.
Okay. Wow, that looks like a Windows screen.
Oh, the Windows screensaver.
Windows background.
This place is beautiful. So we're gonna go check out the water over there. You can see it way in the distance. They have a fountain. And from what I've heard about this place, there's also wildlife. Let's cross over here. We found a perfect place to read, which is right over here. Look, it's a little thing of ducks going in the water.
There's so many ducks.
Oh my God.
So many ducks.
They're following mom and dad or something, I don't know.
It's beautiful.
Okay, so it's time to start a novel. Let's do it. All right, I've been meaning to start The Rising of the Shield Hero, and One Piece Books was nice enough. I got a big package from them. They sent me all 22 volumes within the light novel series, so the source material. And I love One Piece Books. I think they're a great publisher, so shout out to them. Thank you. I could finally start this. All right, now I know a lot of you guys are fans of the Rising of the Shield Hero. I'm finally gonna start it. Wish me luck. I brought one volume. I don't think I'm gonna get through one volume today, but we're gonna try. Definitely this weekend I will though. Next is Rising of the Shield Hero, the light novel, volume 1. First things first, I've seen all of the anime, every episode that's out at the time of recording this video, so I knew what was pretty much going to happen within this first volume, or volumes, I could say. However, starting a new light novel series, a fantasy light novel series, is something I very much enjoy, which is why I opted to start from volume 1 and going all the way to volume 22. Oh my god, look, perfect bench.
What? Oh yeah, take that bench.
Yeah, this is the perfect bench. Oh man.
Good bench look.
I'm gonna come here and read all the time. This is crazy. The first volume was well-paced. Another thing to note, this isn't really written at a very high grade level. I think one could easily get into this series, especially if this might be one of your first light novel series or first few light novel series. It's really not intimidating to read. This is an isekai fantasy series, and what I would highly recommend you do before diving into the light novel series, because there are 22 volumes and the latest volume came out like 4 or 5 years ago, I would definitely watch the anime. Even just one season to see if this is something that you would be interested in. But if you are an isekai fan, which I definitely am, it's probably going to be good fun, and I'm very, very keen on starting volume 2. Overall, since I'm so far ahead because I've watched all of the anime, I breezed through this, and also it's written at a very accessible writing level, so I breezed right through this, and I think that will be the case for all of the light novels up until I get to the point where I finally pass the anime. But it's very, very cool to read and get more of the world that I like so much.
Hey, you. Finally awake.
Okay, so welcome to day 2. It is nighttime right now. Yesterday we spent the entire time basically going around vlogging, getting some reading done. Then we came home after dinner and I finished up Rising of the Shield Hero, the light novel volume 1, and we're going to talk about that as well as what I read today. I wanted to take it a bit slower today. I just wanted to, I didn't do anything. I just read all freaking day. I also did something else which will explain what I'm about to read now. But let's get into everything that I've been reading. The first thing I want to talk about is Gachi Akuta. This series, I now know why everyone is trying to get me to read it, and I am so thankful to my friend Polite who gifted me this volume. It's so freaking good. Yes, I'm giving it my stamp of approval. This was a shonen that was so refreshing. It was a great change of pace. I believe there are 3 volumes out at the time of recording this video, with 4 on its way. One thing that I noticed within the first 2 chapters, how easy it was to follow action scenes within this manga. This is one major complaint that I have about a lot of action-oriented manga, is that it's simply just hard to follow. Tokyo Ghoul, I'm looking at you. The very first scene we get is a girl throwing away a worn-in stuffed animal, which then promptly transitions into the next scene where we meet our mysterious main character getting caught raiding the trash from the city. The author is making it obvious that the trash is quite well guarded for some reason or another, and that society itself has no issue with throwing things away or briefly using them, then throwing them away. Our main character then makes a narrow escape, which demonstrates his ability to jump around and be agile, and once making his escape, we find out that he was simply saving the stuffed animal that we saw being thrown away in the first chapter, sorry. Now, immediately we see that there is some social commentary happening and that there is a divide within this city between the slums and people that are living, well, not in the slums, so basically the haves and the have-nots, basically. The interesting thing that I saw is that they are right next to each other, so the slums is right next to the nicer parts of the city, which, for better or for worse, reminds me a lot of Los Angeles, where you can go see a neighborhood with, $1 million properties and whatnot, and it's very nice and well taken care of, and it has the funding to do that for the neighborhood. And then you walk down the street. Sometimes it's like you can see it across the street, and it's completely different, and it very much reminded me of that. The fashion is a mix of steampunk, dystopian, cyberpunk fantasy, which I love. In a way, this is a revenge plot. Our main character wants to find his way back up to the upper levels to sort of take revenge for everything that happened through a series of events. I don't want to spoil it too much, but this was quite a nice surprise. I think it's written quite well. The art is amazing, like I've said before, but I think this might be one of my new favorite like shonen type of series that's come out or that I've read in a while. Okay, next is Initial D, the Omnibus. Now this was gifted to me for my birthday, and I'm finally freaking reading it. I am so happy. For those of you that know, I tried to collect all of the singles, the ones that were put out by Tokyo Pop. They're expensive, so when this got announced that we were getting Omnis, I was over the moon, so I decided to start it. I don't think a series like Initial D needs much of an explanation. If you don't know what it is, it's a classic pillar in the manga and anime community. It's about racing, but it's more than that. It's like a coming-of-age story with romances and a lot of car talk, obviously. 100% start with the anime, because the anime is so fun and has one of the best soundtracks. In fact, I bought the CD at Book Off, like the collector's edition CD. It's so good. I was firm on holding out until I got basically all of the volumes so I can just binge read the entire thing, but I caved in. I have no more patience, and we have a manga shopping vlog coming out, spoilers, so I'm going to be picking up the rest of everything that's out, and I think it's 2 more omnibuses that are currently out right now, so might as well get in the mood. So I read all of Initial D. The first omnibus, okay, not the entire series, but the first omnibus. All right, so Udon Entertainment, the fine folks over at Udon, I have some friends over there, and they sent me More Than a Married Couple, but Not Lovers. This series it's just drama. It is a romantic, there's a love triangle, it is a mess. It is, and you know what? I like that stuff. Now this does have some fan servicey scenes, but it really doesn't take away at all from the plot, and it's quite enjoyable. The base premise is that we have these high schoolers that they get put in a program where they're forced to emulate real world marriage. It's odd, but that is what it is, and it is interesting. And we have the trope where we have a otaku guy that plays a lot of video games and the whole 9 yards. Maybe he's not the most social dude, or hasn't been, and obviously gets paired up with a popular, attractive young woman. Now, if you get the first omnibus put out by Udon, which I'm holding right now, you almost get all of the anime that's currently airing, at least in the 12 episodes that are out right now. The second volume, at the time of recording this video, will be coming out shortly, so you'll be able to get past the anime, I'm assuming, very shortly. I think it's cute. It's fun. Is it the deepest romance ever? No, but it's a lot of fun to read. Okay, so I mentioned that I did a lot of reading, but that wasn't all that I did today. I did spend some time on the screen, okay? I was making a chicken salad sandwich, and I decided to check out an anime. It just caught my eye. And it was a bad thing to do because I'm about to binge all of the novels right now, or all of the manga that's out right now. Wistoria's Wand and Sword. It's so good. Dude, it is the surprise of the weekend. Basically, okay, all 12 episodes are out. It's done airing. It just released. Okay, so I checked it out. Oh my god, it's so freaking good. I'm literally gonna, I think there's 8 volumes out right now, so there's a ton of chapters. I'm gonna literally buy them right after this. I have no patience. I'm gonna get them digitally and then read them all tonight. I'm gonna be up until really late. Basically, we have a main character who grew up in an orphanage. Okay, he's orphans, and then you have his friend. She also grows up in an orphanage, but there's that trope where one friend is obviously like a prodigy and one isn't. So we have like the Yuno and Asta thing, like from Black Clover, where Yuno is like the prodigy and just like innately really good with magic, and then Yuno just can't use magic at all. That's basically what's happening here. The top of the hierarchy, at the top of the totem pole, it is magicians. The entire world is just dominated by magic. Immediately right off the bat, there's a sense of elitism, which you can sense, especially with folks that can't use magic, like dwarves in the story, and of course our main character who finds himself getting constantly bullied. However, our main character is really, really good with the sword, hence the name, okay? Wand and sword. Now there's also, for lack of a better term, a dungeon crawling aspect to this manga where you go down and, you know, the main characters, there's a whole mystery to the dungeon, and there's monsters there that the students have to take care of and other adventurers, and the further you go, the more points you get and more experience you get in the whole 9 yards. So that's very familiar, and it turns out this is the same author that did Don Machi, or Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, a light novel series that I'm also a fan of. Yeah, okay, I bought all of them digitally, all of them that are out, and that's my plans. I'm going to order junk food, and we're going to be staying up late. I'm going to change into comfy clothes the second I'm done recording this, and I'm reading all night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Okay. I just got breakfast. There's this amazing grocery store called Mother's. It makes some of the best breakfast ever, and it's always super affordable. I typically get my coffee there too, but I decided to come home and make some coffee because I need to talk to you guys after this. But I slept in so much. Okay, I bought the 8 volumes of Wisteria, the Wand and Sword. It is so good. This series, oh my god. So there are 8 volumes out and 1 full season of the anime, which actually just got, they just announced that they're good to go for season 2, which is great to hear. This is Don Machi version 2.0. Makes a lot of improvements, a lot of improvements, in my opinion. It's obviously a different story, right? Slightly different, but there's so many similarities that you can just tell, like, this is the author's style. This is what they're good at, and they are definitely good at what they do. After all of this has come full circle now, but this might be one of, it's definitely not the, but one of the favorite reads of the year so far. It was just really fun. Is it, basically, is it the deepest thing, and there's a dungeon pun in there, I think? No, it's definitely not, but the mystery is keeping me hooked and invested, which is pretty much like the most important thing. The characters are great. The art style is phenomenal. The writing is good. I like Don Machi. So this is coming from an extreme bias because I think if you like Don Machi, it's going to be a no-brainer that you're going to dig this one. Let me give you an update about my health. I'm going to put this part of the video at the very end, simply because if you've made it here to the very end, I sort of feel a little safer just opening up about this stuff. Okay, so one of the most common questions I get asked is, why don't I upload more, or why have I not been uploading as much compared to what I used to do. I used to do weekly uploads, and now it's almost like bi-weekly or monthly, to be honest. So last video, I made a promise to you guys that I was going to start uploading more. And little did I know, a month later, here we are with another video. I needed a biopsy on my liver. For those of you that don't know, I've had liver problems since I was like 18, 17, somewhere around there. And they thought that Well, at the end of the day, there's only one reason why, right? Like, well, there's multiple reasons why, but there's really, it's never nothing. We'll never say never, right? But it's when a doctor orders a biopsy, there's a reason. And when you get a biopsy, first of all, you schedule the biopsy. You get all the blood work done before, so that's days of anxiety, and it's building up, and of course your brain's not trying to go to the worst places. Then you wait for the blood tests, right? Then doctor looks at blood tests, doctor schedules biopsy, you wait for the biopsy. Then the day of the biopsy comes, you go, and then you wait for the results. It's waiting. It's just this it was crippling to my creativity, to my morale, everything. And honestly, Michelle really stepped up to the plate for me. She took time off of work, made sure that I wasn't going to some of these really big appointments alone. I am so blessed to have someone like her in my life. Anyway, and so I finally go to my hepatologist office, and I'm sitting there in the office, and he brings in a medical student as well. I thought that was interesting. I've been at my worst around like late stage 3 of liver cirrhosis, right? So that's really bad, and that's when I was much younger, right? So it's getting progressively better and better and better. So it's so hard to talk about this, dude. It is so doctor brings a medical student. I've told you where I used to be at like late stage 3 of liver cirrhosis. He sits me down, said, order the biopsy to see how, let's not get into why he ordered the biopsy, but what they found was that where I'm at now is at stage 0, which is, so there's no liver scarring, there's no nothing, right? It's a healthy liver, which is the complete opposite of what I thought was going to happen, right? It is, you spend months like in the darkest place, right? The darkest place, because the liver is like, it's an organ that can repair itself over time. However, I have an autoimmune disorder that my immune system constantly attacks my liver. So once the scarring happens, it's not great. And I had been feeling all of these symptoms, and I was thinking like, okay, they're gonna find really bad stuff. And so, case in point, it was like the best news. Like, so Michelle is well, I'll let you know what Michelle was doing in a second, but I instantly start crying. I couldn't hold it in. It was like you can use all of these examples, right? Floodgates open, or the weight off of the shoulders. It literally felt like, it felt like that, basically. It wasn't a false scare. There are still things that I'm working through on my labs. So enzymes and everything they're still high. So I'm still working on that, and that has to do with, yes, okay, now we're finally working on the right dosage of medications and the right meds, and my lifestyle here with Michelle has completely changed my life. I am living in a very healthy lifestyle for the most part. We did have pizza, okay, but that's something, I don't want you to watch it. I think that's like my everyday thing. No, that's very much a treat, Working out, being healthy, trying to fix my sleep schedule, which did not work last night. But to be fair, I think finding a good manga series and then binging it, you do that every once in a while, that's good for the soul. Anyways, I digress. I'm sorry for not uploading as much, but here's the good news. I'm going to be making a commitment towards uploading a lot more here on YouTube. I don't know the direction of this channel. I don't know where it's going to go, but it's something I'm quite excited about, and it's very fulfilling, and I'm having a lot of fun with that. And with this weight lifted off of my shoulders, at least a little bit, the creativity is back, and there's a lot of video styles that I want to try. So you might see me experimenting in the future, and if it's something that you want to watch, please do. And if not, no pressure. I know a lot of you guys are here for manga and the whole 9 yards, and that's not going anywhere right now. So I'm just so filled with creativity and motivation for the future that I just didn't have. So thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting me open up to you about all of this. This was a really fun vlog. I was going to do a shopping vlog back first, but I wanted to, honestly, I've been reading a lot of manga, so I wanted to do that, and I thought this video would be a lot of fun. I've seen other YouTubers do this trend. I was like, that looks like a lot of fun. But next video will probably be a manga shopping vlog. We have travel stuff coming up. I'm going to be experimenting with long form, like interview stuff. There's a lot to look forward to, and that sentence in and of itself is very exciting for me. Thank you for even watching and making it this far in the video. If you're new around here, consider subscribing. We're going to be uploading a lot more here on the channel. If you haven't liked the video by now, it really does help this video get into more of our subscribers' inbox. And thank you. I'll see you soon.
There's turtles on the rock. There's literally turtles on the rock. That's crazy. What is this place? There's more over here.
Yeah, you look adorable. Come here, look, guys, look at this. Wait, oh my God, okay. That's actually adorable. Look at this, look at your outfit. Hold on, let me get a good look at it really quickly.
But I don't see anyone here, so if we get this all to ourselves.
They have a sink just for cooking?
Yeah, just for cooking.
That's crazy.
And we're gonna be doing a little taste test before we go. We found this at the cafe place. We got our coffee, and then we found another restaurant that serves, it's like milk. I have a milk Thai tea here with 25% sweetness, and then you have something I've never heard of.
Lemon Yakult.
Lemon Yakult. Yakult?
Yeah,
the yogurt, right?
Yeah.
The yogurt, yeah. So we're gonna try them. Give us a full review of your lemon Yakult.
You know, this almost reminds me of fish. Try it. It's delicious.
I don't know if I want to drink fish.
No. It's good fish. No, just try it. Just try it. But it's not.
How come yours is dramatically more cooler than mine? Look, feel this. It's like warm almost compared to yours. It's cold, but this actually has like ice in it.
Yeah, I think they didn't put a lot of ice in it.
That tastes like lemonade.
Oh.
It doesn't. Not lemonade. It tastes like
Yogurt.
There's lemon yogurt. It's like lemon yogurt. It's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Oh, wise duck, tell me words of wisdom.
I'm so ready to play volleyball. Do you know how to play?
Kind of.
Kind of.